So September 1st is the earliest day in which they believe in fall. September 1st is also Random Acts of Kindness in New Zealand, Knowledge Day in Russia, and usually the first started classes in most countries in Asia and Europe. September 1st is also shared by the birthday twins of the well-known Dr. Phil and the boxing legend Rocky Marciano. But most importantly, September 1st was the day that I was born. To me, there's nothing better than than being with the people that you love and eating a delicious meal. So usually, there's usually what I usually do for my birthday is a large family gathering and eating just good meals. I'm a very family-oriented person. Why? I do this because tomorrow is never guaranteed. So I like to spend time with those that matter the most. Transition. Most of us like to think of a birthday about being just about ourselves. But I like to think about it as a group celebration, where we celebrate the gift of life, good health, and our loved ones. I think it's important to be knowledgeable about your surroundings. That is why I think it's good to be updated about current events, both locally and globally. This led me to research some of the events that occurred on my special day of September 1st. And I'll be using this by using articles from the New York Times, USA Today, and BBC News detailing the events in history. So my first article that I found was in the New York Times. It was titled, "When Children Kill Children, Boy 11 is Wanted in Chicago." It was published on September 1st, 1994, and it was on the front cover of the New York Times. The focus of this article was about a boy who was 11 who killed an 11-year-old girl. Even though it dealt with the killing of the 11-year-old girl who was the victim, the article mainly dealt with the subject, or the suspect, sorry. The article addressed how this crime has caused fear across the town, the ability for a minor to access a gun, and also how to prosecute a minor. I chose this article because growing up, I grew up in what I call a barrio, which is the Mexican ghetto. There was many gangs there was many shootings, and I knew friends and children who got involved in gangs. So the article went on to explain how the kid, being 11, there are some people defending him saying he's just an 11-year-old boy, but there were also those that say he grew up in a bad surroundings, his parents were abusive, and there were also drug abusers, and so they said that he was just going downhill, and that was the main reason he killed the girl, because he just blew up. And so I chose that because I thought it was interesting, and it shows the importance of how it's important to reach out to children, especially if they're in an abusive environment. My second article was found in BBC News. It was published in September 1st, 1997, and it dealt with the death of Princess Diana, Princess of Wales. This article was short and simple. It was just about her death. She was involved in a car crash, and she was leaving the theater with her bodyguard and her chauffeur, and her chauffeur was the cause of her death. He was drunk, driving the car 120 miles per hour, and they crashed. Later on in the article, it explained how they were blaming the paparazzi, saying that it was their fault, they were trying to get away. But the paparazzi got criticized, but nothing happened to them. My third article, it was recent. It was September 1st of this year, 2014, and it was just a simple Apple article, and the title of it was "Apple's Big September, iPhone Up First." This article just dealt with the specs of the upcoming iPhone that was going to be released this September, or this past September. Specs such as a larger screen, 8/8 chip, which is a faster processor, how it was going to include sapphire glass and a better battery life, and how it was going to deal with competitors such as the Galaxy S5. I chose this article because as growing up, I always wanted an iPhone, but being from a family of 10, we never really got exactly what we wanted. So this year, I was actually working, and I decided to get the iPhone for myself. So I worked, and finally got enough money to buy my iPhone. So there you can't see it, but I got one. And as to conclude, I chose these 3 different articles because they were from 3 different time periods. They show 3 different sides of media, one concerning minors, the other one an important figure, and one just the technology that everyone depends on today. And this shows how, like, what is important in today's media, or just media throughout history. You know, minors is always a big issue, important people or celebrities, and technology, and how we can just use that in our everyday lives. Okay. Thank you.